Hello, this is Colin Waits, and today I will be talking about internet security and why it is important to have that. So, on the agenda today, we'll talk about having a password manager, detecting phishing scams, creating a secure password, and best practices on social media. But first, I want to start off with common misconception that um, crazy computer hackers are really the problem, but it's actually us and not setting ourselves up well. We often think that just a normal password will be good enough, but we're setting ourselves up for failure. So first off, let's talk about a password manager. So what's the point? A password manager helps you keep all your passwords fresh and something that is incredibly secure. So what you do is you pay for a service and it will plug directly into your browser, and you won't ever have to come up with a password again. It will automatically generate a very secure password for you. So whenever you log into a different account, it will automatically input that in there for you. All you need to do is remember your main password, which you need to make very secure and write down in a notebook somewhere. So now let's talk about the pros and cons. Pros are it's very, very, very secure. It's one of the best things that you can do to protect every account that you have on the internet. You don't need to remember multiple passwords, so often we will come up with so many different passwords for different amount of sites, and then we'll often forget that because there'll be different requirements for different websites, and then it just gets really messy. And password managers also take human error out of the equation, which is nice. A con for it is it costs money. So there are some free subscriptions, but there's also some premium subscriptions that can take quite a bit of money. So my recommendation for a password manager is LastPass. It's mostly free, but if you want the premium where you can, have multiple people on the account, that'll be about $2 a month. But this will take care of all of your password managing needs. Next, let's move on to phishing scams. So these are scams that will people or hackers will send to you trying to act as something else to let you give them information. And so how you detect that is if you get an email or call requiring you to update personal information. So I hear oftentimes like the IRS calling, very urgent, and they're asking for you to update information. That is definitely a scam. Pardon me, the IRS would not call. Also, a good way to detect that is if it's urgent, if they need you to reply within the next 24 hours, an hour, that is also going to be a scam. And then if you are in your email and you go to the website and it's not secure, it's probably a scam as well. Pardon me. And then if you are in an email and it contains unknown sources and weird attachments, that's another way of detecting if it's a scam as well. Next, let's move on to how to create a secure password. Having a secure password is really important to holding all of your passwords and information pretty tightly. So when making a password, the don'ts: don't put your name in the password, don't put the city where you live in your password, and then don't put your address. Those are easy things for hackers to guess, and it just doesn't work very well. The do's: make it at least 8 characters long, have at least 2 special characters like an exclamation point or maybe a question mark, and then add something familiar to it so you can have a good point of reference of your password, but then there's some things that aren't very guessable with it. And lastly, best practices on social media. So on social media, you want to keep your account private so you can only see it and the people that follow you can see it. That way no one strange that you don't know can be viewing your profile, which can be pretty dangerous. Don't let people that you don't know friend you. That's just some people will create fake accounts and try to act like they know you and your friend. If you don't know them, don't add them. Choose carefully about what sites you give information to, because that can affect your security. Also, enable multifactorial authentication, which can help um, authenticate who is sharing the information and how many people can get on the site. Thanks.